Hi, y'all. Thank you. Thank you again, Marcia, for inviting me. I am so happy to be sharing space with all of you today. So I'm gonna read a few poems. I'd like to start off, first of all, my name is Mireya Garcia, and at first when I heard of poetry growing up in high school, I thought of just the stereotypical coffee shop folks, just so cliche. And it was because I was only exposed to very Eurocentric poetry. It wasn't until I got to college, my first year at Ventura College, taking Chicano studies, that I was exposed to women of color that it was so relatable. So people like Denise Froman, Sunny Patterson, these black and brown women that faced similar issues as I did. So here we go. This first one is called Mi Montalvo. This is where I'm from. It's a small town under the 101 freeway in Ventura, so more on the south side. It's going through some issues right now, gentrification that's going on, similar to what's going on here in Oxnard. I carry Montalvo on my back. I'm the hyena at the bus stop who gets catcalled, "Hey mommy, how much for a day?" Lo mismo que tu madre, I say. I'm Taco Mendoza with the best tortas in VTA. There's the Chinese man at the 99 who gives me free posters. I tell him it's for a protest. We talk power to the people and such. I'm the chismolera at the laundromat whose chismes flow so easily through my missing teeth. Did you hear about Diego, whose bullet wounds you can still feel on Whippoorwill's cold streets? I'm the young father kicking knowledge and passing love to my son in the front yard. Mira, mijo, this is our Montalvo. I'm the metro that takes you to Oxnard where my friend jumped in front of a train for freedom. I'm Michael 22, but everyone knew me as Juan. I was taken from this world too soon. I'm El Chino who likes to ride his bike during a full moon. He says it makes me feel free. I'm a mother in the kitchen playing Baila esta cumbia, flipping tortillas. Mira, this is my Montalvo. This next one is kind of new. It's called Tejano. Excuse me if you don't speak Spanish. Most of my poems are in bilingual in Spanish and English. So this one's called Tejano, which means a man from Texas. I look at you and know God picked you first. Your arms begin to feel like a second home, a house that starts to slow dance after an earthquake. I outline the perimeter of your lips and dream of them kissing up and against my hips. Tell me something. Do your lips taste like my mama's sweet mole? I apologize. I got a new poetry book, and y'all know how it is when you put everything into the new one. And all right, it's my final one. This is the very first poem I ever wrote. I was about 18 years old. This one's called Tesoro, which means treasure in Spanish. I was buried by prejudice at age 5. We were playing house. There were 3 baby dolls, 2 porcelain skin, golden hair, eyes as deep as the sky, the 3rd hidden in the toy oven. Until one of the girls looked at me, pulled the baby doll out, and matched it with my skin. She had dark brown eyes, jet black hair, and skin as dark as mud. They said, "We found your baby." At 11, my mama taught me how to iron my clothes, but prejudice taught me how to iron my hair. See, I wanted a boy to run his fingers through my hair. I didn't want to be China, untamed, unkempt, uncivilized. I wanted my hair to be lacia, tranquila, guapa, como la gente decente. I would pray to God every night, hoping my roots would never go back. At 15, I began to bleach my skin. In first period, Kiki called me Oaxaquita to remind me of my place. When I got home that day, I grabbed a bottle of bleach to lighten my skin because I was too dark. Later that night, I couldn't sleep. The acid from the bleach was tearing holes into my skin. My knuckles split open. My thighs and face had manchas. Although I visioned an alabaster, pure luscious skin, the perfect color for a girl's skin tone, the creamy white hints at innocence, and the sky radiating a slight glow as if I were somehow illuminated from the inside, I was not illuminated, pero ardiendo por dentro. At the age of 17, the day before prom, a couple of girls showed up to class looking like orange-painted terracotta. Pendeja! I was damaging my skin while white girls were spraying fake melanin trying to look like me. I didn't know modifying my appearance was not only stripping the pigment of my skin, but my cultura as well. I didn't know there was no such thing as too dark, as if too dark had a definition. It is simply ignorance generated from the caste system. I didn't know lacking Spanish does not make you less of a Mexican. I may have kept the tongue but lost the culture. Later to find out that Spanish is not the language my ancestors spoke. Mama said, Tesoro, God did good when she made you. I didn't know if I wanted to grow. I needed to know my roots. Thank you.